Ain't Got It Yet podcast, episode 115. If I'm not mistaken, 115, right?
What?
Yeah, the last one was 114.
That's crazy.
I need to be better with that. Episode 115, I'm Michael Flicks, a.k.a. Flixie Hustle.
I'm Red, your auntie's favorite nephew.
I'm Isabel. Hi, Isabel.
We got it right this time. We got it right this time. No mistakes. So we took a week off last week, had a few things going on, but we back this week. Appreciate y'all rocking out. Had a few people ask me like, yo, where the pod at? Like, what's the word? Apologize for that. Had a few things going on, but we back in here this week. How y'all doing, man? A week off from the pod. What's new? What's the word?
I don't know. I've just been working. I mean, we missed last week because of some stuff going on, but
Been doing pictures up north to Temecula, Menifee, and then on Saturday nights, and then I drive right back down here to go to the Signature Saturdays, which you ain't pull up, bro.
I know, bro. I planned on being there.
It was jumping too.
This one on Valentine's Day. That's when
LA coming through.
Okay.
collard greens.
Yeah, collard.
Hot cornbread, sorry.
They've been down here before, but I think they ain't
I'll pull up. I have to, because I planned on being at the first one. I don't try to be outside no more, but I gotta come support y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna be there on Saturday. That's my plan anyway. If I don't get booked for work, I'm gonna be there.
Got to. Heck,
The first two been dope though. They've been.
Yeah. The first one, like, honestly, it's been cool. It's because
Tell everybody what it is real quick. Signature Saturday.
So Signature Saturday is something that Tyson, if y'all don't know who Tyson is one of the co-founders of High Definition Entertainment. So he basically him and his team branched into Signature Saturdays, which is basically every Saturday at Bang on 5th. I'm going to be there.
You're the MC.
Yep, I'm the MC. H3 is going to be there. And then he's going to be rotating different DJs. Like I said, this Saturday we got Heck. Come pull up. It's going to be a good time. Like, really, the vibe. We're not pitching no party. We're not using all those big words. It's like, look, come party with us and find out for yourself. Keeping it real.
I like it. How's y'all? I like the name. Where did the name Signature Saturdays come from?
Oh, it's Tyson.
Okay.
But I was saying, like, the first one I told him, I was like, it was crazy because we had a conversation about how clubbing used to be back in, like, the day and how, like, we haven't been able to find that, like, at all. And the first night I was like, this is the vibe from back in the day. I mean, this stuff was packed at 10:30 at night. Like, it was packed.
That's what's up.
And I was like, and he's like, oh my God, that's what I was going. I was like, So it's been cool vibe lately.
Still, like I said, still selling, like, they still sell sections, but it's not like a lot of these clubs and event promoters. That's not the seller is a section. It's just, if you want one, we got one, but we're mainly focused and, like, we don't want you to come there naked, look dressed like you got some kind of sense, but we're not focused on you got to dress this way, focus on the sections. Like, look, bro, we just want to party and no bullshit with it.
And this one's been having so much fun on the mic.
Oh, yeah.
He been just...
I say what, hey, y'all, everybody know, I'm going to say what I want, and I'm going to say it, and if it stick, it stick, and if it don't stick, I'm going to say it again until it do stick.
He over there hyping everybody up.
That's what's up.
I almost got in trouble.
Okay.
You did not almost get in trouble.
How'd you almost get in trouble?
No, it's not that, because when I be in my zone, women be like one girl, she was just like, I go, if it's like a group of girls, I hype, girl, go ahead. And then once she broke away from the pack, and she was like, what's up? And I was like, And I had to moonwalk back, and she was moonwalking with me, and I was like, oh, shit. I got to run back to the DJ booth.
Let me ask you this while we're on the subject. Do you notice a difference in his, and I don't think it's a bad thing if it's
go ahead.
But, like, do you notice a difference in his, like, demeanor and behavior and energy when he's emceeing as opposed to when he's not?
100%.
Is it like a night and day thing?
Yes. Okay. It's like he flips the switch. He can go in there before he hits the mic, like he's just and then once he hits the mic, it's like the switch comes on and it is a completely, it's a different person. But I have to say, they're yes and no in a way to that, because I'm lucky, I will say that. Oh, look at me hyping you up. Because Ryan is incredibly funny, I think, like in our own personal space. Like, he makes me laugh all the time. So there is still that aspect when he's on the mic as well. But yeah, he loves that. He loves entertaining and hyping the crowd up. And I'm like, just go do your thing. I laugh at him when he's like, hyping the women up and dancing with them. I'm like, all right, I'm here, for it, but
I'm out there putting my life
because
on the
he's
line.
good. Like it's kind of funny to watch, because he'll dance with them, and then when they get close, I watch him go like, oh, like I can see him get a little nervous, like, oh, I got to pull back, and then But
do you feel like a flip gets switched, or it's just a part of you and it just comes out when the time is right?
It just comes out when the time's right. 'Cause there's been times where like she's seen it in anything. It's just something that I think. It's just something I know how to do if I feel like it. But like the stuff like that, I enjoy emceeing, and I also know it's a job now. So like, you the person that's there, you don't care what I got going on. You came to party, so do what I got to do, and then I just turn the switch off. Like, and it's crazy because I think when I first started, not even when I first started emceeing, when I was partying out here in San Diego, and then I made friends, and then they saw me outside of the club scene. Some of them couldn't comprehend how
that part.
opposite. They was like, so you not turned like this all the time? I said, no, why, no, that's too much work. Like, I be chilling, but yeah, it's pretty easy actually. Like, it's...
Because you're really an introvert.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I asked because a while back I was dating someone, and she pointed it out to me. She was like, well, I mean, like, you're pretty popular, so you kind of like, you got like little groupies, got like little fans out here. But she was like, it's funny to like watch you like turn it on. She was like, you're such like a chill and like calm and like cool and laid back dude, but when you're like taking pictures and getting content at a party, you'll like get in the middle of the circle and have your hands up like dancing with the girls, because you're trying to get the best reaction out of them so you can get the best content. And she was like, so like I could see how someone could like see you in that space and they not like, it's just not the same as what she was saying. She's like, I've watched the switch get flipped, and it's interesting. And I was like, really? I feel like I'm just the same all the time. She was like, no, definitely not. Definitely.
Yeah, there's probably a quiet part of you that's what it's the same with him. Like, he gets like quiet for them.
Cause I also know too, like as far as like emceeing, I don't. As the guy on the mic, everybody's looking at you, but in the way I've always emceed, I've looked at it like I'm focused on you. So if I see you sitting down, I'm going to be as ignorant as I got to be for you to get up. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to dance with you. If it's a couple, I'm going to talk to the couple. Hey, get y'all ass up. Because for me, I'm not doing it. Say, hey, everybody, look at me. I'm on the mic. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. I'm like, okay, I don't care if it's 10 people or 100 people. I got to make y'all going to have fun. And that's what I focus on. So
And he loves giving people nicknames.
Oh yeah, I say all the time. I seen Sizzle. You missed it. Sizzle was there the first night. She was thick too. You would have liked it too.
She was really pretty.
She was thick as hell. I was like, Sizzle, what you doing, girl? She said, boy, you better stop. I'm like, Sizzle was...
Fam.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, we had some black people there. We had white people. I got to tell you about the white dude. Hey, I love everybody, man, but it was cool because this white dude... Cause like I say, first night, I'm greeting everybody. Appreciate you coming. I see this white dude with his girlfriend. I said, hey bro, appreciate you coming. And I ain't gonna lie, code switch. Because he was like, bro, not gonna lie, bro, shit's freaking awesome, bro. The way you be saying stuff, bro. And I say, hell yeah, brother. You know, I was like, hey, brother. I'm like, you coming back? Nah, bro, wish I could, but I'm not from here, bro. But my girl is, bro. So maybe her and her friends. I'm like, hell yeah, bro. Here, follow the Instagram. Bro, I'm telling you, like, I when I be in my mode, I'm talking to everybody, man. Like, I'm man, I think, who was it? I almost got caught up in, I was hyping up this one group, and then, like I said, one of the girls was like, I think you should give my friend a shout out since I know you was eyeing her. I said, I wasn't eyeing your friend. I said, oh, you trying to bait me? I said, I'm gonna carry my ass over here. But, yeah.
I had I got video and took pictures at at the block party over the weekend. Shout out to Man. But that for the last 2 parties that's happened to me. Like a girl is like making it a point to like
get your attention.
Yeah, or like what? Well, the second girl, I realized she was trying to get my attention. The first one, she was just trying to get some camera time. She was just trying to be a part of the video. But the other girl was like, and yeah, I'll tell that story. I'm telling a lot now. I seen this group of like 3 girls, and they were all pretty, but one of them was like, that's okay. If I was gonna shoot at one of them, it's like it would be her. And then she comes over, like I take their picture. They stop like in front of the stage. They asked me to. I take their picture, and then they come onto the stage and like walk to the back. They had like an area back there that they was hanging out at. And then the one that I thought was the prettiest came up to me and was like, "Hey, what's your info?" I'm about to sound like a scumbag telling this story. She's like, "Hey, what's your info? My homegirl thinks you look good. Like, what's your Instagram?" And I'm like, I was checking for you though. Like, what's up with you? And she was like, And I was like, oh, all right. And then she walked off and then came back and gave me her Instagram. And then so I was asking, like my homegirl and a couple, like one of my female cousins, like, is that
a code?
Like, I don't think I was out of pocket because I don't know that. But like, was the girl that gave me her info, was she out of pocket?
No.
I mean,
I don't think so either.
People get closed up.
Not at all.
I don't think so.
I mean, my thing is, maybe the other girl was shy or something, but why are you sending somebody to do your dirty work?
Yeah, why didn't the other girl come and get your number if she wanted it?
Fair. I guess I was to answer you. I don't see that as dirty work. Like I wouldn't do it. I don't think I would do that.
Now, her sending somebody, like, unless she was in some crutches or a wheelchair or something, she couldn't get to you physically. She sent a runner. I'd be like, okay, hey, get it how you can. But if you are an able-bodied person, why you sending your cousin over there?
I think if I would have said something too, if I was like, why didn't they just come and get it?
Mm-hmm. You know,
why they come? That's so weird.
I don't think
a lot of women don't feel comfortable with doing that, though. I've noticed. I have this conversation with women all the time.
With doing what?
Like shooting their shot or just going up and asking. It's like the weirdest thing to me.
So much. I appreciate.
I'm like, dude, just shoot your shot. What's the worst thing gonna say? Shoot it.
I don't think I would ever send a male friend to talk to a girl. Like I haven't. I don't think I would do it now. But I have in the past. Like send my homegirl like, hey, go tell her that But I don't think I would send like my male friend to do that.
No, I had that happen.
What? You sent somebody?
No, I had a dude be like not sister cousin, somebody, but he
Was like, my girl's interested in you?
But he played for the other team, so it was different. It wasn't like, it's like, my girl want to holler at you. I was like, but I did have a story. So I was in Hawaii, and my boy Key, shout out my boy Key, we was in a club, and this chick was with her boyfriend, but she wanted Key's number. So what she did was she had her best friend. It was crazy as ever. This was years ago. She sent the best friend to talk to me. And she was like, so I'm thinking she trying to talk. I'm like, what's up? She said, no, my girl want to talk to your friend, but she with her boyfriend. So I'm going to give you her number to give to him to make it look like we exchanged a number. I was like, hey, that's some shit. But that's my dog. So boom, boom, boom. But that's the craziest thing I've seen. I was like, damn, with the dude in the club.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I ain't know.
That's crazy.
Like that doesn't seem like the best way to go about things, like sending the homie over there to get.
Yeah, but then too, you never know. Maybe they I guess case by case.
Women are different.
I'm just assuming that the girl wouldn't like it. I want to be clear. It's not about like I feel like my homie will go over there and get the number instead of me. Like it's not that. I just feel like the woman wouldn't appreciate it.
I would ask, why isn't he come and talk to me?
Exactly.
Or maybe like it might be like, okay, so I would say like in my set, if I was single, and let's say I was MC and I seen a pretty girl, but I can't get to her, but I see my boy like right there, I would be like, hey dog, and then tell her what it
It's a
is.
very specific situation.
You gotta-
That was a very specific situation, wasn't it? Like you haven't MC'd single ever, and that was such a specific situation.
Hey, I'm giving these up and coming MCs some game, cause especially you older MCs too, cause y'all ain't got no game.
He said, let Uncle Red coach you up.
Let this young buck coach some of y'all up, man, cause y'all be doing it wrong. Y'all just be breathing and shit. It be hey girl, hey.
Guys are so weird.
They really are.
They're so weird.
What do you mean?
They just cringy and they move weird.
They talk, bro.
Like it. First off, like okay, obviously I'm not single, but like why does a guy stare so long before he finally approaches
Be
you?
like a 60.
Like it's like, dude, I see you staring. Like you're staring long enough. You could have approached me already. Why do they stare so long before they approach?
Like this, I was MCing one thing. One dude was like this, looking at the girl,
Yeah, like, and it's so.
and I'm like, "What's wrong with you?"
Some dudes, well, for starters, I think some people don't realize what their stare looks like, and the fact that, like, bro, everybody can see you staring. So I think that's one. And then two.
No, the girls see. I see you staring at me. I'm seeing you staring at
and
me.
two, I think guys a lot of times they just don't have the confidence to walk up. Like, I have the confidence, for me, it just feels weird a lot of the times. Like, y'all seen me do it. I've done it at solo.
Yeah, I've
like,
seen you.
I've done it. But it just, it's like double dutch with it. You gotta, like, know when to jump in and go do it. But I'm saying that to say, like, I think a lot of guys just either don't have the confidence or don't know, like, the timing and when is, like, a good time to go over and
That's a good point of saying it like that. They don't know the timing.
But they don't also. A lot of guys don't know how to read body language.
that.
I have literally sat in a club, in a bar, and I am no cock blocker. I am no hater. But I would literally sit there and watch a dude shoot his shot, and I can tell from a mile away that this woman ain't interested. Because it's all about you can read the face from the shoulders to the dip.
That's a great point.
And then you can even sometimes tell when a woman just you can just tell, like, well, I can at least, when I've been in situations like, oh, she's just being nice. Or, oh, she's interested.
Yep.
Oh, she's not really interested.
Yep.
Let me try this. Oh, she's still not interested? Okay, let me dial it back and fade out. But some dudes, the girl literally be like this. And he'll be like, so what's up, though? You trying to... And she'd be like, no. Who you texting? Is that your dude? No. I literally see the girl literally say, no, I just don't want to talk to you. Straight like that. Because he was just still like... Because you hate to see it, but at the same time, you put yourself in that. Because you can obviously tell.
Yeah.
And if you can't, you might want to take you a couple classes.
That's a great point, bro, because I'm big on that. Like, so much so that I've had situations where I've seen, like, I've peeped at. Like, I'm like, oh, this girl's kind of cute. I might want to. And then I'll see a guy or two approach her, and I peep her energy, like, oh, she didn't come outside to be flirted with. Like, she don't give her number out.
But what if she didn't come outside to be flirty with them?
And that's exactly what I was gonna say. And I've had situations where not that night, like I peeped her energy. Like every dude that popped it at her, she was like, "Watch out, get out my face." And so I took that as like she don't want to be talked to. And then I've bumped into this girl another night or another time or in a different scenario or setting, and she gave me the energy. And I've actually been asked by a girl before, like, you saw me at the what's
Yeah.
how come you didn't? Well, and I'm like, cause I seen how you was giving it up. Every nigga that came up to you was like.
But just because we say no to them doesn't necessarily always mean we're going to say no to you. Maybe we're saying no to them so we could say, hey, what's up to you?
That's it.
And it's like, okay, so it's like, you kind of, I don't know, for me, like, I still will say this, and I don't think he's taking it the wrong way. I respect when a guy approaches, like, I'm like, okay, I respect that. At least you're going to shoot your shot and, like, whatever, you know, hey, I'm with someone, but it's like, I can respect it, but...
That's why, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, that's it.
That's why having different kinds of friends, I don't know if that sounded crazy. Having different kinds of friends and seeing different kinds of scenarios play out and having lots of conversations is very helpful, because I always felt like if a girl was like out on girls' night or she with the girls, trying to pop it to her is like it's probably not the best idea because it's girls' night. Like, and she didn't come outside for that. She came to be with the girls. But I've been out with one of my friends. Granted, like, and I pause if I need to, but he's very handsome. Like everywhere he goes, he does very well for himself. And we were, should I say where we were at PB Short Club. This was a couple years ago. And it's just me and him, and we wasn't outside to be like on it. Like we came to walk, like have a burger and watch the game. Truly, we wasn't outside like trying to pop it like that. And he sees 3 girls, and I was dating someone at the time, so I was really big chilling. He sees 3 girls, but one of them he like, yo, the one in the middle though, bro, I got to like. And so we sit back, and it's really just they got their phones out, they TikToking, they all the whole thing. And I'm like, bro, they ain't. I even said to him, like, bro, they not outside for that, bro. Like, leave them alone. He like, bro, she looked too good. I got to. So he literally walks over to them, like, in the middle of them and he got all 3 of them, like, he didn't get all their numbers, but you could tell, like, all 3 of them were like, oh, this dude is handsome. Yeah. I like his energy. Like, this is fly. Like, you know what I'm saying? This and that. And he eventually called me over. Like, that's my boy over there. Like, he called me over. So I come over there. What happened? The one that he wanted the number and one of the other ones goes to the bathroom, and then he's off to the side on his phone, so now it's just me and one of the girls at the table. And she said to me, she was like, I ain't gonna lie, the way your boy just walked over here and stepped to his business, started flirting with my girl and had all of us laugh, like that was sexy as hell.
It is.
That was so dope. And for me, like when I told him before, like bro, don't go over there, bro. They not outside for that. Leave.
Well, here's my question to you. You say girls' night, but when that's all I go out with, single or not single, and even if I'm single on girls' night, I'm still wanting to flirt and talk. Like if I'm single, do you know what I mean? Like I'm like, hey, I'm outside. They're single too, some of them. So it's like, yeah, we're having girls' night, but that's how we go out is girls' night. So like, why wouldn't we want to talk to people or have them approach us?
Fair, but I've also had my fair share of running into the hater friend too.
There's always going to be a hater friend here and there, and
I'm the type, if I feel like I got some interest going on with this girl and the hater friend starts talking to me and she's like making it a point to be a hater and like, now watch out. Even if the girl that I'm talking to, I could tell that she doesn't want me to leave, that she wants to continue our conversation, I'm going to leave because your friend is doing this.
Oh, no!
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Tell your friend to stop. Like, girl, like, leave him alone. Like, tell your friend to stop. Tell your friend to stop. Because while I'm trying to talk to you, because if you don't tell her to stop, she's not going to stop. Oh, and she's just going to keep going. And I got to fight through that and try to keep your attention. You going to be, the girl going to be looking at her friend like, girl, please just stop. Instead of telling her just stop, like, no.
We were there watching it. I was like, flip, bro, you know what I used to do, bro? I swear to God, before you. This prehistoric time.
If you got the hater friend, I'm walking away. I'm not fighting through the hater friend, bro.
Every time I see a girl that I wanted, she was a group of friends, I didn't go for her first. I said, who the ring leader? I found a ring leader. I kiss her ass in the countryest way possible, low key. And then I get cool with her and I be like, okay, I'm gonna cut the shit. I really want your friend. What's up with it? She like, you're a cool dude. And then sometimes she be like, shoot your shot. And then she be like, oh, she got this,
You know what? That's true, though. I've seen guys do that, too, though. Like, I remember one guy came. He was so bad. I remember one guy came. He starts flirting with me. And I guess I must have not giving him a lot of attention. And I was with my girls. And so I could see he made that move. Like, I'm going to go kiss up to them so I can talk to her. And I was like, whatever, like, I don't really give a crap. So I stepped back because I was like, whatever. We talked about this later because I kind of got in contact with each other. And then his friend came up and I was like, his friend zoned in on me, I zoned in on his friend, and that was it. Mm-hmm. And then afterwards, he later on was like, but I was the one that originally asked for your number and was there. And I was like, yeah, but you were over here talking to them, so you weren't interested enough to keep it up. And he was like, but you wouldn't talk, so I was trying to get in with them. And I was like, well,
I had one. So stiff over.
I'm good where I was.
I laugh because I'm like, cause see, maybe it's just a country thing. I said, damn cousin, why you so aggressive with me? Damn, you want a hug? And once I made her laugh, I said, I'm in the group, y'all.
See, I do that on a
like to
on
watch you
approach.
from afar.
Like, I try to. That sounds away. Like I feel like I'm just a naturally charming guy. But you gotta turn up the charm a little bit when it's like a girl and her friends there. It's like you gotta, you know what I mean? You want to make it seem like you only came over here for the.
I don't know what you're like, but I feel like you're a quiet, shy guy. So I feel like you going in a situation, I feel like you go in with like, I don't know, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you're kind of a little quieter and shy when you go into a situation. Like, do you go in like ready to spit game, or do you go in with like, I'm gonna smooth in my way in?
And see, I
like
can't say ready to spit game, but I definitely go in ready to talk, like fully engage and have a conversation and talk and make her and her friends laugh if need be. And that's what I was about to say. Like, if anytime I've ever been in a situation where I'm like, I like this girl, well, I think this girl is pretty, but she's with her homegirls too, I'm trying to make all of y'all laugh. Like, I'm not trying to be the court gesture and like crack jokes for the group. I'm trying to talk to you, but whenever we're all talking, I'm trying to be like, oh, what's up with you? Like, why are you? Like, I'm trying to make the friends laugh too.
That would confuse me. I would be like, I don't know what this guy doing.
It's a way.
I was about to say, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be.
Then maybe that, like you said, there is a way that you go. And I get what you're trying to say.
I don't know, for me, it was just something. It wasn't something that was told to me or taught to me. It was just something that I just always felt like if it was a group thing, I was just like, I gotta, because everybody know they got that one hating friend. She might be the linebacker of the group, or she might be the one that ain't getting none at the end of the night. So you know she gonna be super pissy when she ain't getting no attention. So you know, yeah.
Way to make her night.
You gotta get her a lemonade or something. Like, here, you want a beer or something? Like,
Or lemonade.
I don't know. Like, hey, I done found a random dude in the club. Like, hey, bro, what you doing? Nothing? You want to hop on that? Just go do that.
You did not.
I have done that. By any means necessary. Sometimes you gotta.
Oh my gosh, I could stop.
Hey.
Any means necessary, just stop. I don't even want to know where you.
No, I'm not saying like being desperate, but I'm like, damn, you like, if it's, I've been in situations where it's been me and maybe like my boy, and then we see it's three of them and two of us, and like we could take that, but then I'm like, ooh, this heifer look aggressive. Hey, bro, I swear. I'd be like, hey, look, for the night, you my cousin. This is where you from. And then I'd be like, just roll with it. And then sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. It's all about confidence being natural. If it looks scripted, it's gonna fail. Hey.
Speaking of dating and, you know, talking to different people and all of that, I forget the guy's name. I should remember his name. But Cam Newton had one of these like relationship dudes on his podcast, and I should just play the clip. But Cam Newton said that he has no platonic relationships with any women in his life. Said basically saying like, any woman that's around me, she's pretty, and it's understood that eventually I'm trying to smash. Ain't nothing platonic around here. What do y'all think I feel about
I
that?
respect it.
You respect the honesty?
Yeah, he's saying what.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way he feels. That's the way he feels. I mean, as long as the women know that are in his bubble, that's what he's about, then that's your choice to be in his bubble or not. If he can't hold platonic, do I think it's immature? Yeah. But at the same time, that's his vibe. That's what he's rolling with. That's what he wants to do.
I don't respect that.
He's being honest.
Oh, no, I respect the honesty. I guess I don't respect, like...
I mean, I had a question. I'd be like, what's the deeper issue here that we have with, you know, you just gotta...
Well, it sounds like for number one, he's got an issue with self-control.
That's what I'm saying.
And then also, it's just like what is your overall... I'm not saying it's a disrespectful like thing, but like, what's your overall thoughts and feelings about women that you can't be around none without wanting to have sex with?
But maybe he's also choosing not to. We don't know. Maybe he chooses not to be around women because he's not looking for anything either. So I don't know. So maybe in his head he's like,
well, that would be even more reason why you could be around women if you're not looking for anything.
But maybe you have self-control issues and you choose not to too.
I think that is I mean, granted, there's every like self-control and your boundaries for different things and spaces can be different. But I'm looking at it like bro, you have the discipline and the restraint to build yourself into the best football player in the world at one point.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of discipline to stay home and read your playbook and stay dedicated to this and doing this and working on your body and this and that. So you can implement that type of
Sounds like a lot of
restraint
testosterone.
and That's fair. That's fair. I was just gonna say is you've shown that you can operate using discipline and restraint. So why not be able to do that and respect the women in your life enough to be around them without?
I mean, we can go and look at like a lot of athletes and people that have a lot of very good focus and a sports drive, and I feel I'm not making excuses, they must have a lot of testosterone because a lot of them have a big sex drive too, because you see them in and out of relationships, you see them cheating, you see women, you see all of it. So I feel like there's a part of it that I get what you're saying, I'm not making excuses, but I also I've known people that don't have any freaking self-control when it comes to women. And it's just like, okay, like I've watched it and I'm like, at least the guy respects it enough to be like, this is what it is. But I'm not necessarily saying it's okay, but I get where, I don't know why I understand it, but I do.
I don't.
Because I know somebody like that.
Oh no, I'm sure I do too. I haven't like had these conversations with any of my friends, but I'm sure I do too. Actually, no. My two previous co-hosts. Well, one of them said, they said it publicly. I was about to say, I don't want to say their names, but Jay Mitch said that he just doesn't have women as friends. Like, he doesn't have any friendships with women. So that's whatever that's going to be. Dion said he was like, no, any of my friends, he was like, I'm not friends with any women that's not pretty. And any of my friends that if they want to get it popping, we can get it popping whenever they want to.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, you don't have no pretty friends that you don't want to crack. You just want to be their friend. You don't like for me, like
That's interesting.
I have two, and actually three. Almost said a lot. I have two very, very valuable female friends and friendships that there's nothing that could ever happen in this world that I would want to
Cross that line.
And I think both of them, well, one I've known since she was my first kiss. Like, I've known her since I've been, first grade. The other one, well, I've talked about on the show a lot of times, Sarah B. I think Sarah B is one of, the dopest people I've ever met in my life. Like, she is, she's super loyal. She just shows up the way you would expect a friend to show up. And I value the friendship that we've built and developed, and I would never want anything to compromise that. So there's no world where I would want to
have that,
date her or cross that line or any of that. Like I just wouldn't.
Yeah, I just don't think that not every guy can have platonic relationships. The same thing. That's so that goes back to the whole can guys and girls be friends type of conversation. For some people, yes, and for some no. Have you had friends that you just wanted to smash?
No.
Would you no?
I didn't have a lot of female friends for a long. I was kind of in that same mindset at one point in time, like how Cam was like, if we ain't, cause I think for me it was coming from a point of cause I got friend zoned a lot at one point in my life when I was younger, so it just hit a point where I'm like, I'm tired of getting friend zoned. So if you ain't trying to woo woo woo, don't even bother talking to me. But then as I got older over time, I say within these last, I don't know, we'll just say 24 from 20, 25. No, we'll say 25 and out. Then I was friends is friends.
But before that, you're don't come around unless we're trying to smash.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't want to hear about your little boy problems. I don't want to hear about, you're a great shoulder to cry on. I'm that's what you got your mama for. Go cry on her shoulder. Don't cry on my shoulder. But
and see, I think that it's possible, and I'm not talking about me. I'm living differently these days. But I think it's possible to have your friends with benefits friends, and then also have your friends that they're just your friends.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's possible. Like, it doesn't, like, just because you live in a space or have friendships that that is like that. Like, we're not trying to date, we're not trying to do nothing serious or nothing long term. But if we, you know what I'm saying, we can get it popping if we want to. If you want to do that, I think that's cool. But I think it is possible to have that with someone and then also have a very platonic friend.
I think it is possible. I think 100% is possible, but I just think for Cam Newton, he obviously is like, that ain't what I'm flying about.
Okay, that's fine. I guess I don't want to. I guess I'm more so trying to pick at and curious about the mindset that keeps someone from being able to do that.
I think it's honestly like that self-control issue that somebody has. Usually, like I know somebody that was like, you know, I mean, looking back, I think they were a sex addict. So for them, they could not be around a female without, like, it was like they're just oozed natural charm, and everybody just, you know. Mm-hmm. So eventually, it was like, damn, you know, like it went that way. So
I think as a man, and I'm probably as a woman as well, but let me just speak for the men. As a man, if you're unable to have just platonic relationships with women, you are robbing yourself of some really dope friendships and connections, man. Like there are a few things doper than being a single man that has female friends that don't have any romantic interest in you, don't have any intimate interest in you, that just want the best for you, that love you, and are just going to give you unfiltered, unapologetic advice about any situation that you give them, whether it's dating, whether it's something that's going on with your mom, whether it's your kids or whatever. Like, someone that you're dating can give you that advice as well, but it's easy to filter that advice through, like, oh, I like this person, so you would hope that anybody.
what happens though when you start dating somebody? Like, would you still be close to your girlfriends?
It would have to change.
I just wonder if that's my.
It would absolutely have to change, but and for me, the change, like the change would be the frequency in which we communicate and the intimate, like the details that I communicate to you. Because like for me, like Sarah and Jaleisha, like right now while I'm single, if there's something that I'm battling with, that I'm dealing with, if something happened with my mom or with my kids, I'm gonna talk to one of them about it. Yeah. Like I talk to my mom about a lot of things too. We're talking about friends now. Like I'm gonna talk to them about it. If I have a girlfriend, and now if I'm struggling with something or I need some advice, the first woman that I go to should be my girl. Yeah. And it will be my girl.
I don't know. I don't have a lot of guy friends. I don't have guy friends.
I don't have a lot of friends, period.
I just have, like, probably at this point in time while we're talking, I probably have one guy friend. I mean, he friend with him too. That's it. And I mean, like, we'll hang out. I'll hang out with my friend, like, you know, okay, but like, mm-hmm. I don't have a lot of guy friends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have a lot of guy friends. I think that'd be weird now if I did.
I mean, even single or not, I just don't have a lot of friends. You know, I keep myself.
You had a lot of friends.
No, I mean, like.
And see, even for me, like I said, Jaleisha, I met her like as a kid, like when I first moved to San Diego. Mm-hmm. Sarah, however, I met her when I was still married, mm-hmm. and that's also a lot. Like when I talk to people about our friendship and our relationship, I don't want to say I make it a point, but it does always, like, I do mention that when I'm talking about her. Like, I met her when I was married, and then I got divorced, and she was someone while I was dealing with that I could talk to about it. Mm-hmm. And she never shot her shot at me. She never tried to flirt with me. She never tried to get me to take her out. She was just a friend that I could vent to, that I could talk to, that I could unload to, and like me going through my divorce, and then she was also going through something pretty difficult in her life, and we were able to kind of lean on each other for that. And since then, we've been good really, friends. Really dope friends. That's and cool. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just.
I think that's cool. You have that.
I just would never want to change that. And I what am I trying to say here? I wish more people would would want that. Now again, like to your point about like when I get in a relationship, like I'm not going to communicate with her as much as I do now, but that doesn't mean that like that's something that both her and I understand. Like it's happened with her. Like I've been single. Like I mean, like I said, I met her when I was married, but since I've been my divorce, I dated one person, but I've been single the whole time. She's dated people and had a few boyfriends, and it comes to the point where I was like, I know my dog. Like she got a man now. It ain't.
Yeah.
We ain't gotta cool out, but that don't mean like we not as cool as we ever been, or that when she needs me, I'm not gonna be there. Like, you know what I mean? You know, so I don't know. I do think it's important though for the friends in those friendships to understand and be, I don't want to say willing, but just understand that when your friend is in a relationship, things should and have to change.
Yeah, I agree. You agree?
Let's say yeah, like I said, like I've been friends with Sarah when she got a boyfriend, and it's just like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk to her for the next until she hit me up, and that's cool. Like I'm happy for her. You in a relationship, like I'm happy for you. I think that's how it should be. One of my topics is: would you in dating? Would you wait for someone?
No.
You wouldn't wait.
What I'm waiting on.
Yeah, what are we waiting for?
It depends on what you're waiting on.
We're waiting for them to get out of a relationship so we can get in. Like, what are we waiting for?
I appreciate you forcing me to clarify that. So the situation is like you guys have both been single, you've been dating, you've been, you know what I'm saying, y'all have been rocking with each other, and it comes to a situation where you kind of realize this right person, wrong time. So maybe like you're fully healed, maybe your finances are in order, maybe like you're fully ready in all aspects of being in a relationship.
But they're not.
But they are not.
So you're gonna wait for them?
But you know this is like you've either fallen in love or close to falling in love with this person. You know, like you and them have the amazing chemistry, and they need to shore up a few things.
No, absolutely not.
Why would you never wait for somebody?
Been there, done that. Nope. You're going to be waiting and waiting and waiting, and there can be excuses and there can be things. No, focus on you. Do what you got to do, and the right person is going to come around. They could be the best person in the world. They could have every single quality, but have this or that. No. No. It's not meant to be then at that time. It's not meant to be. Maybe you don't know. You might, right? We can bring religion in, right? God might have for you something this or something better. So maybe there's something better that you are completely missing that is ready for you right now, but you so over here in La La Land and in like, oh my God, you know, they're going to come around when? Like, no.
Like hell.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy to wait for somebody when you are ready to be in a relationship committed. You could love them. I'm not saying you can't love them, but wait for them? No. No. Now, if you are in a relationship and you start growing and you're like, okay, I may be growing and you're not growing as fast as I am, then you have a choice in that circumstance to be like, do I want to nurture this? Do we want to like keep, you know, okay, that's a different scenario. But like, no, we're not in a relationship. What am I waiting for? What are you waiting for? You're not even in a relationship with them. Are you in a relationship or not with them? And if you're not, like, what are you waiting for? That would be my question. What are you waiting for?
That was a song.
To answer the question, you'd be waiting for what you feel like is your person.
Do they feel like they're your person?
What if y'all have had that conversation?
So they're like, I'm your person, and you're like, okay, you're my person too, but you aren't ready? You guys aren't ready? Why are you not ready? Because their finances aren't ready?
Oh, they ain't signed the divorce papers.
Or what's the stopping you? Because if that's your person, nothing's going to stop you. You guys are going to work through whatever it is because life is going to present trial after trial anyway, so you're going to work through that. If you're meant to be together, be together. Like, if that's your person, what are you going to do? They're saying you're your person, you're saying you're the person. Why are you not together? Come on, does that really make sense?
Yes and no.
Oh my gosh.
Yes and no. I'm inclined to agree with you.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm inclined to agree with you, but I also could see a world and a scenario where maybe one person is on some I want you, but you gotta go. You need to shore that up, or you need to work on that, or you need to make sure that's taken care of.
No, you're setting a tone for your relationships. Absolutely not. I'm not going to hold your hand and tell you what you got to do. I'm not going to set that tone for our relationship. I know I sound harsh, but that's the way it is. It's like, no, I'm not. Why am I going to be like, oh, I want to be with you, but you got to do A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, you could say that. Sure, say that. Maybe, who knows, they might do A, B, C, D, and E like this. But how long are you going to wait for? What's your time frame? That'd be my question. If you're choosing to wait, which you have an option to wait, how long are you going to wait for? How long? That's what I would ask. How long? I have a story to that one.
While I'm arguing this side, I'm not sure if I would or wouldn't wait on someone, but it also doesn't sound like a horrible thing to me.
No, I don't know. I just feel like if you're meant to be with somebody, then you're meant to be with somebody. And I think that if they need to work on something, I would say I could make the choice and say, go work on that, and I'll still be here. Everybody has that right. I know people that choose that. But at the same time, the next question I would ask that person is, how long are you going to wait? Because that person that you're waiting for could take forever. So Mike, that's all I'm saying is like, how long would you wait? Mm-hmm. I remember, this is just like a story that brings up in my head. I'm gonna be a little sad story. This is like high school years, but I remember in high school, I had a crush on a guy all through high school. I liked him, he liked me. We never hooked up, we never dated. We just had a really good connection. I would date people, he'd date people, and we still would just like talk and flirt, but like nothing happened. High school gets out, he was older than me. I get done, I get out of my relationship, and I'm like, cool, where's so-and-so at? Like, let's do this, right? And they're like, oh, Isabel, we got something to tell you. And I was like, what? And they're like, so I met up with his best friend, and they're like, he got locked up. Like, and he wasn't that type of dude. They're like, wrong place, wrong time. He got locked up. And I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? I talked to the guy afterwards, and his best friend said he doesn't want you to see him because he doesn't want you to see him like this. And I was like, are you really serious? And he's like, yeah, he's getting sentenced like, I think it was like 4 years or something like that. And I was like, no, and they all knew. Everybody knew we had a connection. Everybody knew. Time goes on, life goes on. I get engaged. My cousin friend comes around and she's like, let's go to a party. And I'm like, all right, let's go to a party. I go to the party, and she's like, she knew what she was planning, because I get to the party. He's not supposed to be out yet. He's like, hey, sweetie. Like, he was like, hey, cutie, or something. He's always called me cutie. And I turned to, I knew that, I was like, oh, like, what are you doing? Long story short, he wanted me to visit. His best friend was trying to make his move. That was the whole thing. But it was one of those things that, it just reminds me of, like, I waited. Like, we were waiting. But what were we waiting for? Like, what were we waiting for? Looking back at it, and I won't tell you anything else on how this story, like, anyways, we had long conversations and talks and everything about what and how we, things were and what we wanted and stuff like that. But it's kind of sad, the whole rest of the story and what played out. But the part is like, yeah, like, what were we waiting for? And at the same time, I had people come, like, I had friends tell me, like, you're not with the right, like, you actually, this is the person that you thoroughly care about and love, and you're over here, like, what are you doing? And I was like, he wasn't here. I had to go on with life.
So you can't see any scenario where you meet your person and it's just not the right time?
I can, but I'm also saying don't stop your life. If it's meant for you and that's your person, then it's going to come back. They're going to find you. You're going to come back together. Don't stop your life. If it's meant to be, it's going to be meant to be.
When you say you don't stop your life, I mean like your dating life?
Just
Don't stop anything.
Don't stop anything. Yeah.
Well, because I say it in that way because like when you're like waiting for someone, I want to put the quotes on it. When you're waiting for someone, the only thing that stops is your dating life. You're still hanging out with your friends. You're still going to work. You're still going to family things. You're still living every part of your life. Just the only part of your life that isn't moving forward.
I've seen too many women wait and get screwed over. I would not wait because I just wouldn't. I wouldn't wait. I would not tell somebody to wait. I would say if it's meant to be, it's going to work out and it'll come back together. But I'm not going to sit and like wait for you. I just can't. I have to. Everyone should be able to make that choice. But no, I don't know. Would you wait?
It depends on what I'm waiting on. It depends on. It's a case by case scenario. Yeah, it would have to be because what are we waiting on? Like if it was one of those. I'm just not ready. I'm like, what you ready for? We ain't getting married. What the fuck what you? Cause then I'm probably not gonna wait. Or if it was me like 10 years ago, I could have like a bunch of side of fries. And be like, I'm just gonna mess with these side of fries till the entree ready.
But see if it's a scenario like this or like I'm with somebody and like there was a conversation and he was like, I need you to wait. I'd be like, okay, I'll wait.
But
that's what I was just speaking to.
But we have a relationship. You're talking about somebody that never had a relationship. You're saying.
I guess maybe that's how I set it up. I was just talking about waiting in general.
Oh, okay, because we thought you were talking about you meet somebody and they're like, wait for me. And we're like, why I'm waiting on you?
Yeah, that's what we both were taking it as like non-relationship status. I was like, what you waiting for?
Like y'all got cool like talking, but y'all wasn't like actually involved. She's like, wait for me. I gotta be hot girl summer. Then I see you in the winter.
So I was like, what you waiting on?
That's fair. That's fair. I was just talking about just waiting. Like
if you're in a relationship and something happens and like you know that this is your person and things could work out.
Isn't that what I just said? You notice your person?
You made it seem like they knew it's their person without being in a relationship. And I was like, they sound crazy. Like, you my person. And that's why I was like, do they know they're your person?
That's fair.
Like, do they feel like that?
Like what she look like on an off day in the morning, on a Tuesday.
Have you ever... Okay.
What she look like on off? Because we all have our moments.
To the bad one too. Have you ever? I feel like I know the answer to this. I shouldn't ask. Have you ever dated someone and have you ever dated someone and before it became official, you felt like that was your person?
Yeah.
So would you wait for that person?
Well,
no.
We ain't waiting no more. We ain't together, so.
Wait, you felt like somebody was your person before you dated them?
No, but I'm saying like, well, you know that you remember when I told you? Remember we had an episode months and months ago about that gum. The gum was real tasty. It was tasting good.
I didn't know that was a real person. You just said when the gum loses flavor.
Yeah, a lot of
well, that's a real... He's referring to a person.
That dopamine. Yeah. What you thought I was making that shit up? Hell yeah. Look, everybody.
He said I didn't have some double mint out of that blend before.
Hi, boy. I'm talking about. I'm floating on cloud 9. I'm just in that bitch, just floating in that. What they sell next.
Wait, did you meet? Were you with them?
You know when that testosterone be high.
Oh my God.
What they say, Sabu, when you was riding on a little magic carpet or whatever, I'm telling you, that dopamine be high and shit. You be like, yeah, and then that gum start wearing out, be like, no, and then yeah.
But if they would have said wait for me, you would have waited for them?
Hey, what the fuck I'm waiting on?
Well, that's our whole question.
I feel like both of y'all are capping right now.
With what? What are we capping
I
on?
feel like both of y'all.
Are capping on what?
Or wait, what are we
like?
talking about?
And I
say it. Give it to me straight.
I don't want to start an argument with y'all.
No, go ahead. Give it to me straight.
I feel like both of y'all, how locked in y'all are. If both of y'all had a scenario where it was like, yo, I gotta go tackle X, Y, and Z, but I want you though. Wait for me. I'm coming back for you. I feel like both of y'all will wait.
Well, we're in
a relationship, so we said yes to that. We said yes, we would wait. We're in a relationship with the person we'd wait.
To like,
That's right. I didn't set it up right.
Yeah, but if she was that dopamine on the first, that gum, then I'd been like, shit.
But if I met like a random person, I wouldn't.
I guess I was imagining scenarios like what I just spoke to, and like what I've kind of been setting up the last few minutes since I've been trying to bring more clarity to it. I didn't think that would ever be a possibility where people were just kind of just dating, or not even just kind of just dating, like they were dating
with no end game,
with no conversation about like how we moving forward, an end game or nothing. Like those people wouldn't separate and say, hey, wait for me. So I was looking at it as the situations like we've been
yeah I think it's just, if we're in a relationship, like we were in a relationship and we had something like that, I'd say, oh yes, okay, I can get that, I can wait for somebody.
So it's not always it's not always ideal that most of the topics are about like dating and relationships, because I don't want this show to turn into that. I think it creates a lot of great conversation, and some of our best conversation, honestly. But I don't want this show to turn into like we only talk about like relationship and dating topics and all that.
That's fair.
So, but
I don't know if our relationship can take it. I'm just joking.
I enjoy it. I enjoy pissing people off sometimes, so. It don't piss her off. It's the people in the comments. I love y'all. Y'all make my skin glow.
Oh my god.
Y'all make my skin glow. Anywho.
I always am like, I wish I had a video camera just to video him so people could really see what he's like.
Might be canceled for real. But anyway, so what's
That'd be dope. But now I wanted to while talking about like dating and relationships and things, one of the topics that I've seen has been like, it's something that I remember experiencing a while back in my dating life, and it's something that I've been seeing pretty prevalent on the timeline these days, and that's ghosting.
Yeah.
I saw, I think I sent it to you, Ray. Let me find it. Oh, there it is. It says, ghosting has quietly become the default exit strategy in modern dating.
Yeah.
But its impact runs deeper than people admit. Research cited by Psychology Today and studies published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships show that being ghosted can trigger symptoms linked to anxiety, lowered self-esteem, and emotional distress similar to social rejection trauma.
Yeah.
And it doesn't just happen after first dates. Many people report being ghosted after weeks or even months of consistent connection. I think this is going to be the last part I read. The lack of closure forces the brain to fill in gaps, often blaming the self, creating lingering mistrust that carries into future relationships.
Yeah. Agree.
Do I want to read this part? Yeah. In a dating culture that prioritizes convenience over communication, ghosting isn't harmless. It's shaping how people attach, detach, and protect themselves long after the silence. So, I'm on both sides with it.
You're okay with ghosting and being ghosted? I know both of you guys have ghosted people.
I haven't ghosted anyone.
Shit.
I've never ghosted anyone. I've never ghosted. I've been ghosted. I've never ghosted anyone.
Like, you're so nice.
I try to be the.
I really want part 3 in these comments.
You're really nice.
I really try to be the energy that I want to see in the world. I really try to be that. So I don't ever want to be ghosted. So I try I'm not gonna ghost nobody. That's really what I try. But I will say though that depending on like the time and the energy and like what transpired, I think I might be okay with a ghost. I might be okay
with somebody ghosting you. Are you okay?
I'm a contradiction. I don't ever want to be ghosted, but I'm okay. If other people ghost people, then I'm like, I get it.
So you're okay with other people ghosting people, but you're not okay being ghosted.
I'm a contradiction.
That is so dumb.
I'm a contradiction. So let me keep it consistent.
You've been ghosted.
I don't ever want to be ghosted, so I don't think it's okay for people to ghost people. Let me say that.
And have you been ghosted?
That's how I feel. Yes, I've been ghosted.
Okay.
I've been ghosted.
I don't like
it. A time ago. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You was finna.
No, I'm saying I don't like it.
I'll share a story about me being ghosted. A time ago, I took a young lady on a date. We went on one date.
Yeah, that's usually when ghosting occurs.
And that's why I said, like, sometimes I'm okay with it, because after one date, it's like, what's the harm? It's not okay. But after just one date, like, there's not much harm.
I remember I was talking to this guy, and we went on a couple of dates, and like he was a cool guy, like he was really cool, but then I kind of got this weird vibe about like the way it was moving, and I was like, yeah, I don't really like the way this is moving. If you want to make this like more, we could do this and this and this, like giving him a date idea, like we can go, whatever. And like he took that the wrong way, and so then like I tried to make it better, like, hey, do you want to like talk about this, because we had already been on a couple of dates, like, do you want to like talk about like whatever, this conversation and stuff. And he made plans with me, and then he ghosted me, and then he made plans again, and he made plans again, and then he ghosted me. So I literally say, I think he's still in my phone with an emoji of ghost.
Pretty cool.
And so like I literally put his ghost emoji, and then he texted me, like he comes back and he was like, hey, I was like, yeah, no. Like, why are you talking to me? Like, you literally made plans and I called him out. I'm like, you ghosted me. You are saved in my phone as ghost. His response was, you're saved in my phone as trigger. And I'm like, oh.
So did you put the gun emoji?
Yeah. I was like, okay, so I triggered you. Got it. Thanks for explaining why you ghosted. We're good.
Did you ever inquire like what you triggered?
He goes, I really thought we had something, and when you said what you said to me, you triggered me.
And the fact that he didn't say nothing. What was your friend that was on here about the sassy? That's where you could say sassy.
Like, so like that's it. But a ghost will always reappear. He's reappeared, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm with somebody, like, or whatever.
Super Mario.
And so I'm like, ghosts are just whatever. I'm not okay with ghosting. If you are done, you say you are done. If I'm done with you, I will say I'm done with you. Do not ghost. That's so immature.
Yeah, like ghosting isn't cool, because it just leaves the person that got ghosted they're just left to wonder.
Like, what happened? Where'd you go?
Like, what happened? Like, why did that happen? Why did I get ghosted? What did I say or do wrong? Like, how did they receive whatever I said or did?
Yeah.
Like, it just leaves too many questions. Like, it's just, we grown at this point. Like,
did you ghost?
Speak on.
Have you been ghosted?
I've been ghosted more than I've ghosted. But I've been on dates, and I can just tell from her energy or even my energy, like, oh, this ain't going nowhere. We ain't even got to talk about it.
But just communicate that.
Yeah, but then sometimes it's like one of those, like, if I don't hear from her, I'm not going to reach out.
Well, that's not a ghost. If y'all both just stop reaching out to each other,
been that,
just
but
fizzle
there's
out.
also been like, I shoot a text or IG or whatever, and I don't hear from you, but you all on your story and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, we know you alive because I see you out there.
Still a ghost.
Yeah. So I have been ghosted. And I am one of those people, I'm curious, because I'm like, first thing I think of is, oh, she got somebody else. Because I know I ain't do nothing. And if I did, I might just, jump the gun and be like, hey, did what I say, did what I do? Because it feels like whatever I said or did, it threw you off. Sometimes they respond, and then sometimes they don't, and then it's like, cool. But I'm like, don't let me see your ass in public, and I'm out here shining and doing what I do, and I get that, hey, big head. No, stay your ass over there.
See, somebody else I can deal with, and I'm cool with. Like, it's
not you.
There's so many people in the world. It's like, okay, like I a couple times, I guess it's made me look and seem away, but at least 2 times that I can remember, I was rocking with a girl, like we went on a few dates, and conversation got a little spotty, got a little distant, and then she eventually told me, he's like, hey, I'm not gonna lie, somebody from my past came back into my life, and I want to see what's up with this, so this, that, and the third, da-da-da-da. That, honestly, as like, that's happened, I can say that's happened to me twice. And the first time it was like, whoa, like, I've been here doing all the fly stuff. Like, I took you on some dope dates. I didn't like expose you to some dope stuff and some dope energy. And somebody from your past pop up and you want to see what's up with that. And it feels a way, but I can receive that because I don't know what happened in your past. I don't know, like, y'all fell in love. Like, I don't know what y'all shared in the past. So, okay, cool. Like, I can deal with that. Like, the next nigga was better, essentially. Mm-hmm. Not the next nigga, the old nigga was better. I can deal with that.
Might not be better. She just might be. That's what she like. What she used
the next,
to.
more familiar or more comfortable, whatever it is.
Some people like sitting in their own bucket of shit.
I can deal with that.
That's very graphic.
It's true though. Some people.
I think I've only ghosted when like it's like through text. Like if I'm out at the club or we're out, somebody meets me, they're like, "Can I get your number?" And I'm like, "Sure, here's my number." Maybe I send like one or two texts and then I just stop responding. I'm like, "Okay, I'm done."
I got blocked.
That's not ghosted.
See, that's what I mean. Like, but I don't ever ghosted from a date. Like, if I didn't like them, I'd text back and be like, "Yeah, I don't like this. Ain't flowing for me," or something.
We also got to be clear about that. Like, if you exchange numbers with somebody and y'all text for a couple days and
it just stops.
that's not ghost.
This girl gave me her number and blocked me 10 minutes after.
That was smart.
That was weird. I was like, you could have just said.
No, it's not.
You didn't have to give me the number.
That's normal.
No, it's not.
I've done that.
I think that's weird.
So the situation that happened with me, and this was a long time ago.
Would just be nice.
Met a girl outside. She, I asked for a number. She gave me the Instagram, which is, I don't really like that, but it's like, okay, I get it. Like, a way to communicate, but it's like the phone number is like pretty definite, pretty like you gonna always have access. Like the Instagram, I could block you on IG. I guess you could block a phone number too. But anyway, I'm cool with that. Like if I ask for the number, you give me the Instagram. I don't like it, but my track record of getting the Instagram and then getting the phone number is pretty good, so I can deal with that.
Okay.
So I'm cool, and that's what happened with this girl. She gave me the Instagram. Eventually got the number. We get to texting. Take her on a date. We go out to eat at a restaurant that's a first for the both of us, actually. A restaurant that's a first for the both of us. Have dope appetizers, food, drinks, all of that. You know, I film high school basketball for, part of my job is filming high school basketball. And I knew upon taking her out for the first time that she was a big sports fan. I knew that. And so when I invited her out for the date, I knew that I had to film a game later today. And I told her, like, yo, I got to film this high school basketball game. It's actually, the game that I'm going to is actually a pretty big deal. It'd be dope if you came, like, if you're into it. She's like, oh, yeah, I would love to. She comes to the game. Has a great time at the game. Doesn't bring a jacket. I got a jacket. She puts my jacket on at the game. My jacket all smelling like her. She put her glasses in my pocket. In the pocket of my jacket. So now we walking back. The game ends. We walking back to the car. We talking about the game was fly, this, that, third, da 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 da. We get in the car and we leaving out from this high school parking lot. Like I said, I film high school basketball. And I'm thinking like, I want to see this girl again. Like, what's the fly or cool way to say, like, when's the next time I'm going to see you? When's our next date? I want to say, like, when's the next game I can invite you to? It's a high school game. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to think, like, what can I say to make it, like, show her, like, I want to see her again? Before I get a chance to do that, she says to me, like, oh, I had so much fun tonight. When's our second date? When do I get to see you again? I'm like, oh, bet. And I tell her, I'm like, oh, yeah, couple weekends from now, like when I ain't got my kids, like couple weekends from now, like we can make it happen, this, that, and the third, da, da, da. She's like, okay, cool, okay, bet, it's a date. And literally, we get to a red light, and I pull up my calendar and put the put it in there so I don't forget. So I got it because I'm feeling this girl. We communicate a little bit like on Instagram and each other's stories and this and that. So it's not like just zero communication. It's like we in each other's stories a little bit and a couple texts here and there too. But now it's
Date day.
no, it's like 8 to 9 days out from when we're supposed to go on a date again. So I'm here like, oh, how you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
She just ghosted you.
Nothing.
She got somebody.
That's what I thought too.
There's somebody. She was getting caught up. She had to make the break.
Check this out. She also told me that, I think it's before we went out. Yeah, this is in our communication on the phone. She told me, I'm not gonna lie, I almost didn't give you a chance because you have the same name as my last ex.
Oh.
And he gave me a lot of trauma, so I almost didn't give you a shot.
Well, I don't know. I feel like she around somebody. There had to have been somebody that she just was like, okay, I'm going to go this way.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
I'm not tripping. No. I do okay. There's a million fish in the sea. I do okay, so I'm not tripping. But I just thought, like, for her to, after the first date, for her to be like, oh, when can I see you again? When's our next date? When's our next date? When's our next date? And then when it's time for the next day, for you to just go ghost. And then to still be one of the first people that look at all my stories. Like, no matter what I put in my Instagram story, she's within, like, the first 10 people to see it. Mm-hmm. And she, like, obviously she knows that's something that I can see. And you know what I mean? So it's like, for me, I'm just like what is that?
Yeah.
I don't care too much. Like, I'm not hung up on this girl. Like, I'm fine. But just, I'm like, what is that?
Yeah. You're asking me?
Yeah. I'm asking both.
I mean, it sounded like she just, I don't think she lost interest. It sounded like she just kind of has somebody over there that she decided to be with and still looking at you out of curiosity because she's still interested.
Based on what she said about, like, the ex having the same name, I feel like the ex popped back up and she was
That's
like,
what I feel.
I'm trying to go back.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah.
Probably.
Is it like looking at people's stories, like, is that like ooh, you must like me because you look at my story? Like, ooh, you must feel me out.
Not necessarily, but I was only mentioning that to say, like,
I don't know. I'm just asking in general, like, because I hear people say, like, oh, they're looking at my story. I'm like, and what?
I think it's just weird if you...
I think it just shows that you care a little bit.
I mean, if you like the first, but every time I pop, I
and that's why I said she's like within like one of
every
the first,
time
like, 10
I make
to
a
15
post
people.
and like you number one or number two, and I'm not talking about like, you know, some people don't look Instagram now. It's like I got 2 IGs and I'll post on Red and it won't pop on Simple Visions till like later in the day. So the algorithm, but like if it's like a constant, like you like my number one, like on MySpace and shit, but then you not, I'm like.
Do you think that matters?
I just find it interesting because it's like you see a story. I don't know.
Do you think stories matter? Like looking at stories or not?
Not always, but like if you always popping up, like if you always, because I know we all do it. Everybody be thumbing through people's stories, but like, because there's been times where I got on people's stories, I'm like, shit, I didn't want to look at this. Damn it. Hell no. I did that.
What about if your partner never looks at your stories?
If your partner never looks
Just
at
get it out the way. She be pissed because I don't be looking at her stuff.
He never looks at my stories.
Yeah, but I'm like, I'm with you.
He never looks at my stories, ever.
With you.
Like, ever.
It's about to be number 4.
He doesn't look at my stories, and he doesn't always like my posts. Is that weird?
For me, because a lot of my job is posting content on social media.
Yes, so you would say yes for you.
Yeah, so it's like...
Same with me. My job is posting content.
Okay, so then, yeah. So, like, for me, it's like you not... And I know you love me and care about me and support what I'm doing. But the outward show of that. Like, Instagram is my job. And I'll put a lot of... For me, I don't know if this is the same for you. like a part of Instagram is my job, and I put a lot into the content that I create for Instagram. And so when it's up there and you know it's in my story and you know it's up there and you don't ever you don't engage with none of it, I'ma feel like you don't. I don't know. I don't want to say I don't. You don't nothing, but I'ma feel a way that you don't ever engage or tap in with that content. I would feel a way about that. I would.
You don't care.
I be liking it. I be reposting. I be over though.
Listen, you're not finna keep alley-ooping me. All right.
Alley-ooping you?
I was about to say more, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
They gonna get him.
I want to hear you. Say it.
I was about to say, like, I don't feel that way. I was more so trying to be funny. That's why I stopped. I was about to say, you can't. You're not finna alley-oop me into like what y'all got going on in your relationship.
Oh.
But we've been talking.
Yeah, no, I
was really just trying to be funny.
Yeah, no, I'm teasing it. It's not like a thing that makes me like, it's come up, but I'm like, you don't look at my story, like. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, I was upset. It's gonna sound jacked up.
I don't give a damn. Go ahead and tell it. Go ahead and tell it.
I can't even say it. It's so stupid now. But it was. I was really upset the day because like it was the anniversary of my grandfather's passing. Okay. So I put in my story that it was the anniversary of my grandfather's passing. So we head out to the casino. Like, we were going out to the casino the night, and he's all, like, all happy, right? And I'm like, just not. And so basically I was like, I said, like, you didn't even know it was the anniversary of my grandfather's passing because you didn't even check my stories.
And you know, Flicks, I looked her dead in her eye and I said, we talk on the phone, you've been at my house, and your ass was waiting on me to look at your raggedy ass story to talk about a death.
I rock with that.
I'm like, I literally was like, you could have said it, texted, I looked at her like she crazy. I'm like, so you want me to get on Instagram and be like, oh, she sad today, Grandpa G-Paw, he gone, we got it.
I'm on your side on that one.
I was like,
that's why I'm laughing, because I looked back at it.
I was like, ain't no way in hell. I said, you could have said something.
Because I was about to look at it as like even a birthday, but like a birthday is a little different because it's like, well, you should remember my birthday. Why?
No, I mean, yeah, birthday would know, yeah.
But yeah, that is.
Yeah.
That's equivalent when somebody get on Facebook and they say, I just hated him, I'm so sad. You be like, hey, bro, you straight? I don't want to talk about this private.
Oh my God, it's so weird when people cry. Like, when you're like,
talk about, like
when you're like, I'm going to film myself crying.
First shot. I'm like, so you had to set the light up.
And then
I don't
and then I'm going to talk about me filming myself crying.
And then I'm going to say, I want my privacy.
I'm at the hospital. Don't ask me what's wrong with me.
I'm both sides with people crying on social media because like on the one hand, it's
I sound so mean.
Everything we put on social media is for attention and for replies or likes.
Right.
It's for something back. And so that'll always be true. Also though, we're at a time in life and society where people share their entire lives online. And so if I share when I bought my dog and when I took my dog on his first walk and our first this and that, and I share me and my girl's first date and when we got engaged and when we got married, if I share my entire life, then I'm sharing my entire life.
Including when you're crying?
Cries, happiness, like cries, joys, pains, happiness, all of that. And for the person that does share everything, not the person that's only bringing on here for like the misery and like I'm crying to get the sympathy, but for the person that brings their entire life to social media. Like there's a dude, Joshua Neal, I think is his name. Is it O'Neal? Joshua Neal. He's an actor. I forget where he's from, but he lives in LA now. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen some of his content if you don't like know his page and none of that. But he shares like everything when he's moving. When he was in a movie with what's her name? Keke Palmer. And he was in the movie with Keke Palmer and SZA. I forget the name.
Oh yeah, we know what you're talking about.
But he was in that movie, and I've been following him since way before, like, and he's always been an actor.
Yeah.
And he landed a role in that movie. He shared when he landed the role. Like, he's like, I'm saying that to say, when his mom, I think, was like battling with like leukemia or cancer or whatever
He was
she
crying.
dealing with, he was sharing the journey. And when stuff would get hard, he would cry. And when his mom passed away, he was on Instagram crying. But he's also someone that shares everything that's going on with him.
I mean, that's valid.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
So
I'm
it's
not
like,
doing it, but
I can't look at him and be like,
You don't even cry in
do-
person.
You're doing this for the sympathy, or you're doing this for the attention, and da 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 da. Yes, for the attention, because we all put anything we put online is for attention. Like, there's no denying that. Anything we put on social media or online in general is for attention. It's just what we're trying to do with that attention and what we want that attention to mean for us. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. My people do want to know a lot about my personal life, so I have to pick and choose what I share. It sounds weird. My people.
I get what you mean, though. I get what you mean, though. And I actually want to share more. Like, I want to share more. Like, y'all seen it when we packing up. So I was like, dang, I forgot to get BTS. Like, I want to. Ideally, honestly, every part of my day would be in my Instagram story. Not like if I'm crying or like I'm battling with something.
You want to do like your vlogs? Do you want to do like a day of?
Yeah, like I
would try to be
like
doing that,
every
but this
part
takes
of
so
my
much
day.
time. But yeah,
if people want to know, my day's so boring. It's pretty
You
simple.
just go out to eat.
Yeah.
my day's not. I feel like I have such interesting stuff, and our weekends are legitly packed. Like our weekends could be lit for vlogs.
Yeah,
But-
on the weekend, but like on a regular day, I don't be.
And see, that's why I need to get the.
I mean, even look like yesterday, the Meta glasses.
That's what I need to
But
get.
like yesterday, what do? We both had our separate day. We worked. I worked. I forget what I did, and then we ended up going to check out a DJ at night.
Yeah, but that wasn't really no adventure. That was just you
Some
almost
people,
got
they're
us in a
like,
car
"Ooh."
wreck because your ass wasn't paying attention. But
But also.
But
look
you're
at-
alive.
Like,
look at your
it
hair.
like, as you're building your photography company, there are people that may be interested, or more than likely are interested in the behind.
Yeah, you
if
have
nothing
met
else, the behind the scenes of that photo shoot.
No,
And
that's
maybe if it starts of just like, okay, I got the Meta glasses on, or I got a camera set up while I'm getting ready for this photo shoot, and that's all you do. It's like, okay, while I'm setting up my lights and my cameras, and while the model is getting da 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 da. That could evolve into these people just want to know what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. At one point, I don't think that's what it is now, but at one point on my Instagram story, especially during the pandemic, my followers absolutely wanted to see what I was doing.
They love the personal stuff.
Yeah.
My followers love, like, anytime I put personal issues or life, they're like, ooh, we here for it. And I'm like, okay. They love the personal stuff. Is there Super Bowl?
Oh yeah.
Super Bowl.
Get out of here. I don't have much to say about it, but yeah, we definitely.
Did you
gotta
watch
talk
it?
about I did. I did watch the Super Bowl. I slept for a lot of the Super Bowl. And believe it or not, I ended up going back and watching it later on YouTube, but I slept through the halftime show.
You slept through the halftime show?
we're rocking with the halftime show.
I had a long night. Saturday night was a long
What was Saturday night? Oh yeah, we both were. Yeah, we had a long
It was
night.
the block party, and then one of my young homies was celebrating his birthday downtown,
Where'd you go?
and then he went to Omerta. And I went and I told you I'm
It
not.
was across the street.
You were across the street from us. We see how it is.
We.
We see how it is. I don't want to say everybody from Block Party rolled up.
I got no.
They rolled up into there.
I'm not gonna lie.
You got this weekend.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know that y'all was.
Oh, we
doing
every
something
Saturday.
Saturday night.
We said that we there every Saturday.
It's Valentine's.
Yes, you're right,
And then,
you're
by the way,
right.
I will be
Podcast
hosting.
Tuesday night, so I didn't know that y'all was there.
I will be hosting
Okay.
on the 21st. Downstairs, the Red Room, though, it's going to be 8 to 10, and it's going to be like a little like speakeasy pre-party vibe before we hit the downtown.
Okay. I'll make sure I'm there for that. I'm there for that.
Yeah,
You might want to pull up to this one. It's Valentine's.
this one's going to be a big
I'll be
one.
there. I'll be there on Saturday.
It's gonna be-
I'll be there on Saturday. But What's I saying?
I'll
We're
be
talking
there.
about this. How do we Super Bowl? Honestly,
Bro. So I worked at the block. I didn't get a lot of sleep Thursday or Friday night. And then I went and did the block party Saturday night. And then actually on my way in, I bumped into a kid that I don't want to say that. One of the young homies that I used to coach when he was in high, I don't want to call him a kid. One of the young homies that I used to coach when he was in high school. He like, oh yeah, we got a section for my birthday out on Merton. I'm like, I might even said to him like, bro, I don't really be outside like that no more. But for you, I'm gonna come pop out. I'm gonna come celebrate. So I go over there, and I'm in there for probably like an hour and a half or so. And I leave from Courtyard and drive down there, and I'm never this guy. I was telling my mom, I'm never this guy. No matter where I park downtown, I usually either remember or I take a picture of where I'm at. I come out of Omerta and I cannot find my car. I'm walking around downtown for like damn near 2 hours looking for my car.
I've been there. I've been there.
To the point, and I'm embarrassed to say it, to the point where it was Saturday night, Sunday morning. I was walking for so long, like I feel like my calf is still sore.
Damn.
Like I feel like I pulled a muscle or did something like.
I remember one time, I think it was one of the blog parties before you, or it might have been a Soul Sunday, still was before Ryan, but I went out, and then I went to, well, now it's a new place, but we went and got pizza afterwards, like around the block. And then we got pizza, and then I was like, I'm good. I had too many drinks. I was like, I'm going to walk to my car. Everybody's like, you good? I'm like, yeah. Before I know it, I was on the other side of Market into like that.
Pizza.
No, I wasn't at TNT Pizza. I was at the place that, anyways. And I went, I was like over in Skid Row. I was like,
You was in the ghetto.
but I was so lost. I know where I parked. And do you know where I parked? I parked right around, like, you know where the block party 13th and like Market right there? I parked right there. And I walked really far. And I was really scared. I think we're still recording.
Yeah, you can turn it off record.
No, that place you went with Chris. Remember? By your house. The place you went with Chris, it's like a new, they renamed it. It's like off something or whatever. It's right there by your house. It's the pizza spot.
Sound like your mama.
It's funny. I'm getting the Sunday. Someone's gonna have a baby on Sunday.
Bad job.
No, it's cool. We still recording.
We didn't say nothing though. But the Super Bowl, so you didn't see the halftime show?
No, not live. I've seen it now, but no, I didn't watch it.
The game was boring.
That game was weak as hell.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think the Super Bowl. I didn't think the halftime.
The commercials didn't hit.
I didn't think the halftime show was all that entertaining.
I mean, honestly, I ain't gonna sit here in front. Like, I don't really listen to Bad Bunny, but I found it funny that Bad Bunny performing pissed people off. They're like, we're gonna go do our own halftime show. I'm like, that is hilarious.
No, I agree with that.
The fact that I want to be on that level.
It didn't at all. Well, hold on, what
I want to be.
Yeah, what? That's what I'm like. What level?
Somebody's like, I don't like Red to the point. I'm gonna go do something, and then it failed. On top of that, nobody. I don't even think. I can't even tell you who performed. I don't know nothing about it. All I know is nobody.
Kid Rock.
Don't I give a damn about Kid Rock?
Kid Rock and some country singers performed at the other one.
Wasn't that the one Ludacris was supposed to perform and he dropped out?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, he did the right thing. They was gonna tear his ass up in them comments.
But no, you didn't think the Bad Bunny was it? Are you serious?
I think that
There's so much symbolism in that whole performance.
I'm sure.
I think it was good. I mean, he did a lot of production. Them people that played the trees, they only got like $1,500, like $1,100. But they had like a grueling. It was like the math. It was like 8-hour days.
$15 an hour
for like a certain. But it was like, so y'all got paid.
They got to be a bush.
I'm sure there was symbolism, a lot of it that I missed. I'm sure. And actually, I know there is because I've been seeing a lot of it online. Like, oh, that's what this meant, and that's what that meant. Like, I get it.
They did get the little boy that got arrested.
They said that wasn't him.
Yeah, they said. But when it first, like, as soon as the halftime show was done, you know, the internet don't mess around. They was already like, oh, look, he got the little boy, and then it came out. The little kid, he a little boy. He a little actor and stuff.
I knew what it was. I was like supposed to symbolize him giving himself the Grammy as a child.
But you know how the internet be.
I know, and there's still memes that are saying no, it was Liam, and no, it wasn't.
What I was gonna say was, the symbolism is dope. It's dope, but it's also on the artist to make sure that the people are able to pick up the symbolism, or maybe they shoot for it to be that like.
Well,
no, you can't say that. You can't say that.
Well, I'll say this.
I'm speaking to like the entertainment.
But you can't say that.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. I'm saying when I'm saying that, I'm saying like.
Okay.
Last year, when Kendrick had Samuel L. Jackson, he's like, "It's me, your uncle Sam." If there's people that don't understand that, like what he was like, that's like, it's Samuel L. Jackson. He's saying, "I'm Uncle Sam, and I'm representing America," and all like.
Yeah.
If there are people that didn't pick up on that and that don't understand, it's not really Kendrick's responsibility to make them understand that.
No,
they're supposed to pick up on that.
Okay.
And if they don't, and they don't understand, or they don't receive the entertainment value in that, then.
Okay, so look at Kendrick's whole performance that he had in Super Bowl last year, and the whole depth and meaning behind all of that he did in that Super Bowl performance. You're understanding that you're saying that everybody should have understood that, or the performer should have made it clear that everybody understood his symbolism, which I don't think he should.
I guess not made it clear. Because you're saying Bad Bunny should have made it clear. That is what I said, and let me retract that, or modify my statement. For the people that don't,
because it wasn't in English.
I feel like this is an ooh-wee situation that you're.
I don't think so.
Wait, what?
I'm like, what are you trying to understand?
So like for Kendrick, there were parts in his performance where he had people sitting on top of streetlights and at the base of streetlights, like doing like while he was rapping, and they like had a beat to it, and it's like there's so many people, I'm sure, that watch that and that don't understand the symbolism of it.
Right.
And they're not gonna grasp the full concept of what's going on there, and so therefore the symbolism and what he's trying to convey is gonna fall flat.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And, and I would argue that there are a lot of people that not even the fact that it wasn't in English. Just a lot of and I'm not mad at anything he did. Let me be clear. I'm not mad at.
But you just said that he should have provided he should have explained his symbolism. Like as a performer, we should have been able to understand his symbolism.
That is what I said at first, and I'm modifying.
That's not what you mean.
That's not what I mean.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is that there's going to be a lot of people that don't grasp the symbolism and therefore don't understand what you're trying to say or convey in these messages, in the messaging, and so a lot of it
but
is
also
probably gonna fall flat.
But also choosing to select him as a singer without the understanding of the depth of the symbolism in the performance, you can understand the symbolism in that.
Sure.
I mean, Jay-Z and them had to approve it.
Yeah, so they're definitely like, there was a meaning that they picked him.
I'm not mad at it.
No, we're not saying
I'm
you're
not mad at it.
I know some people was mad, and I think to kind of with that whole thing, what I think we were talking about this earlier, because, you know, I had to go to Threads, because Threads was jumping that day.
Before you keep going, I will also say with that though, the fact that me and other people weren't able to understand or pick up what he was saying just means that he wasn't talking to us. Just like last year when Kendrick did the performance, and there was a lot of stuff that he did that only black people or only from a certain culture are going to understand. Then he wasn't talking to y'all there.
Yeah, yes and no.
And I'm okay with that.
I mean, I'm okay with that too, but I think that that's the thing that I think that it wasn't about. I think for me, looking at the performance, it's not about the fact that do you understand, like, I feel like looking at his performance, I'm trying to ask a question like in my head how to say this. Overall, yes, I see where the demographic is, that's what it was about, and that we understand it maybe in a deeper level for us because there was a lot of symbolism in my culture, but at the same time, the whole meaning behind it, I think overall is for everybody. Like the whole meaning that he would stand on was overall for everyone. And that's everybody could connect to that overall meaning of having him there and what it was and what he was trying to connect to, because he hit so much in his performance that I think, you know, that was there. I don't know. To me, I'm like, how do you not understand what just happened, regardless if you understand Spanish or not, or the culture or not? And I'm like, do you really have to be like, I don't understand the culture to appreciate what is actually happening in that moment?
To appreciate, no, but to fully grasp, yes. Just like I said with Kendrick last year, there was stuff that he did that either only black people or only people that grew up in certain neighborhoods are going to understand what he's trying to convey in that.
But I also
and I think that was his goal. He was like, I'm speaking to these people. These people come from where I come from. They're going to understand this, and this is who I'm speaking to. The same way I think that's what Bad Bunny was doing. Like, there are certain people that, whether they're Hispanic or whatever they are, there's certain messaging that I'm conveying and portraying in this performance that only my people are going to understand, and that's who I'm speaking to. And what all I'm saying is, with that, there are going to be, especially with that culture, I want to say, I'm trying to choose my words here, with that culture, and then also the language barrier with it, there's going to be a lot of people that aren't able to receive what you're trying to give. But also with that, he's probably like saying, I don't care, I'm talking to my people.
Yeah, I could say more. Go ahead, what were you going to say?
No, I was going to say, like, some people was, felt some type of way, but I was like, at the end of the day, Jay-Z runs the halftime. He's booked. And if, people were, because I've seen people complaining, they were like, oh, it's Black History Month and you do this, but I'm like, the Super Bowl's always in February. You had Kendrick, what you've had in the last 5 years, you've had The Weeknd, I think Usher, Snoop, Dre, Shakira, blah, blah, blah. But basically, like,
Rihanna.
Everybody was getting pissy in the comments about Bad Bunny and this and this. And I'm like, but who booked him? Who approved it? He didn't just wake up one day, I'm doing Super Bowl and I'm doing all this. All this got approved. So what I'm basically getting at is, like, everybody acted like he pulled a fast one over everybody. Like, you knew he was coming. You knew it probably wasn't going to be in English. And you have some of us that don't speak Spanish, it'd be like, it'd be cool. But at the flip side, you know, do your thing. We'll see who's going to do it.
Yeah, it was just a big political statement.
And I think for some people, I think too, in the time that we're in, with everything going on in the world, I think, you know, it's just one of those, like, sometimes we just got to sit back and enjoy what's going on. Because, too, the way the internet
that's what I chose to do with it.
Because, I mean, look at this. Like, I'll be honest, when I first watched the Kendrick thing, I had to go back numerous times and rewatch it and then watch the people that do the breakdown, and they broke it down and broke it down. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. So I think with him, same thing. You just got to watch it and break it down and break it down. And then you're like, oh, because, you know, but I also know that, you know.
That's fair.
Some people don't like change. Some people don't. Like, when Kendrick did his thing, people was like, oh, he shoulda. I was like, who would you want? Kid Rock? Who you want? What you want? A flavorless Super Bowl? And I think if you really think about it, we got the black, we got the brown. Now who we gonna get next? I mean, who? Because I'm gonna need some entertainment. Because after that sorry ass Super Bowl, Lord Jesus, they played like trash. But
your point about having to like go back and break it down and listen to other people break down the symbolism of things, and I mean, it's such an obvious point, but it's something that I just, for whatever reason, never considered. Because for me, I never thought about having to go back and break down the symbolism in like a Super Bowl halftime show.
But think about this though.
Even with Kendrick's last year, like, I watched a lot of the videos of people breaking things down just because I'm a big fan of Kendrick and I really, really enjoyed the halftime show, so I was really into it. And so I didn't feel like it was something that I needed to do, but I appreciated all of that. Mm-hmm. And so to your point about like all the people breaking it down, maybe that's just something I got to do with this performance, which I'm happy to do.
Right.
I don't feel no way.
But you also got to think though, Kendrick set the bar, and then Bad Bunny came behind him, because I still think The Weeknd had a dope ass performance. Like The Weeknd,
he had no political statement.
It don't matter. Listen, The Weeknd, Usher, everybody before them, it was just a performance.
Yeah.
Now we're in a time where, and I think it's kind of dope that artists are using their platforms, because it's like you want them to talk about it, right? Mm-hmm. But then it's, what do they say? It's not about the message, how it's delivered. I don't know, but like, this is why I guess I'm going on a tangent, but like, society will say, hey, artist, do your part and speak about what's going on. So the artist said, bet, fam, and then they do it. I don't like how you did that. You shouldn't have said that on the platform. Yeah. But you want them to go on Twitter or Threads and put it on paper, but when they put it worldwide, oh no, we won't do that. Mm-hmm. We want to watch football. Mm-hmm. But then they'll turn around and say, why you ain't on Instagram posted on your story? So I think at the end of the day, regardless of people, the performance, regardless of who it is, people are going to be pissed off.
Yeah, and I think though, like looking at it though, I think he did his best to try to include everybody.
I mean, Cardi was up there. I thought she was gonna sing.
Like incorporated, I think he did his best to try to make that political statement of what he was really speaking on, like just visually, not even like saying his music, but like I think he was trying to bring and show all of that, like on a, I don't know. I don't feel like you needed to. Just need to know what's going on in the world to understand, like, oh, okay, I get what's happening right now in front of me.
Oh no, I agree.
I don't know.
I agree. I just, what I was saying about like not understanding everything, just.
I mean, we're both not gonna. There's gonna be different things in everybody's lives. I think that we're not gonna always understand the symbolism or the meaning or the history of certain objects or things or stories. But I think at the end of the day, that is important to us. But at the same time, like everything that's happening and occurring surpasses that. And that's where we need to start seeing, like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna understand your story fully. You're not gonna understand my story fully. Doesn't matter. We have to look at something at the same context together.
And what do you say to the people that feel like I shouldn't have to try to decode your performance, or there shouldn't be all this. Like, you should just get up there and sing your songs and dance and make a good performance. Like, I shouldn't have to decode your deeper meaning, or there shouldn't be all this like extra stuff in your performance.
I feel like because they're trying to bring awareness, I would say y'all that part like kind of part of the problem of they're putting it out there. It's kind of like I'm trying to think of the quote. It's not how you deliver the message or how you receive it. I don't know, but it's like, especially in this time that we're in, specifically, because like back when Michael was jumping out the jumbotron, it was, we was 90s and stuff. But I think like in this point in time, this is the perfect time, because how else? You can't do, like, everybody's censored on social media, whether they want to believe it or not. Like, it doesn't matter who you are or what you say, they coming for you. Like, you can't say it on social media. If you say it on a TikTok, like she's been muted or what do you call it, shadow banned. It's kind of like the celebrities, in a sense, I'm not saying they're our voice, but they kind of are the ones, like, you kind of have to get it how you live. Mm-hmm. Because if me or you go on YouTube, they're going to strike us. If we say this about this, we're going to get silent. So it's like, when is the right time to say or bring awareness? I think that's
to a situation.
To a situation, because like I said, if you take it to the news, they if you say the wrong thing, they're not gonna air it. So I think it's one of those, like, you kind of gotta, but then I guess what I'm also getting back to is going back to it. Jay-Z and them signed off on this, so they knew
what was happening.
Same thing with Kendrick. Like, people was all pissy about Kendrick. Oh, he said this about Drake, and he said A minor, but somebody was watching him practice. Like, this wasn't Kendrick to just wake up. So I'm like, you can't put it all on the artist as well. You gotta say, like, the people behind, somebody signed this shit off. So they're wanting this out there, because if they didn't, it wouldn't, hell, they would have just blacked out the stadium, but we would have went to that fake ass pretend halftime show. By the way, some lady literally bought tickets to the game just to get on her phone and watch the halftime show, halftime show, and was like, I'm not supporting back, like, literally made a video. I'm like, y'all be.
What do you mean by the sense of your question and saying, like, decoding? Like, are you saying, like, do you think people shouldn't have had to decode Bad Bunny's message? Is that what your question is? Is like, what, like, do you think people shouldn't have to decode what he was saying?
No, I don't think that's what I meant.
Oh, what was your question then? What did you mean?
I don't remember what I said.
Okay.
I don't remember what I said. No, because I think I acknowledged that, and if I didn't, let me be clear. I was trying to acknowledge that even in Kendrick's performance last year, and I'm sure in Beyonce's performance when she was up there with Bruno Mars, when she had the all black and that, like, there's artists that care to do it. The ones that I mentioned, I don't know if everybody's been doing it. The artists that I just mentioned, they've cared to, like, put socially redeeming things and messages and symbolism in their performance. Like, Bad Bunny's not the first, so I would never. And if I did, let me apologize and correct myself. I would never say that because he performed or left these nuggets in his thing that it's his job to decode it for people. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think that's what's dope about artistry, is that whether it's in your lyrics or in a performance or in a music video or in just something that flashes on the screen, you could have something that people are like, hold on, wait, what was that? And now they gotta go and Google it and they gotta go look it up and they get some understanding on their own. So that's not I was not at all trying to say that about
I had some that lady that was like, I was dancing to the music and some lady's like, I think they should put subtitles so that people can understand the lyrics of what he's saying for people that don't speak Spanish. I just looked at her, I said no. I was like,
I think too, though, sometimes,
But also, why not?
No, that's not the purpose. That defeats everything of the message.
I think like this is I think, like I said, black people had it last year, Hispanics got it this year. I don't know who gonna have it next year. I don't.
Maybe they'll combine everything.
I don't want no unseasoned
It's
Super Bowl.
gonna be an Asian person.
Be Asian. Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
But no.
It's gonna be some K-pop people.
Hey, I'll pop. Look,
Maybe.
Hey, put K-pop on there.
You do.
Yeah, like, I think we're in a. I think too with society and what we have to also like as a collective. But I think everybody has a culture, and I think this is the part too. What I've noticed in America, we love culture, but then when our culture or her culture brings the culture to the forefront, that ain't our culture. No shit, it's not your culture, but I'm sharing something. So now
And I think
black can
that's-
understand brown,
yeah.
and brown can understand, and we can understand this, but I think people, it's like, it basically goes back to the point of you ask for something, it's presented to you, and now you're like, I don't like that, because it's not how I wanted it boxed up. I get it. You gave me what I wanted, but since you didn't put it in a red box, I don't want it. But
Yeah.
it's the gift, but you ain't put it in a box.
That's what you just said. If the goal, and I would.
You're going to talk about the subtitles.
Yeah, you just mentioned it.
You want to say why shouldn't there be subtitles?
If the goal is to reach the masses and for everybody to understand your messaging, why?
Because that wasn't the message.
What was
The
it?
message was the whole point that the whole point of the whole message of putting him on stage is everybody that is all the deportations, everything that's happening, the whole thing that's happening on people being deported and ICE and all of that's happening, like that was why he was out there. That's why he's saying like this is who I am. To all of us, we are all connected. This is everything. And so you saying he needs to be in English is basically like
I didn't say he
a
needs to be in
cultural,
English.
or
I
not
said
you.
the
The
subtitles.
subtitles to me takes away from a fact of like, it's almost like, no, I don't have to. It feels like that's like watering it down, so making it people feel comfortable in a way that it's like, I don't think that was the time to make someone feel comfortable. If you want subtitles, go on your phone and look up the translations. It's not hard. But it's like, no, this is not the place or time for us to say, oh, let me give this to you so you feel comfortable in understanding what's happening.
I don't
That's
think
to
it
me
was-
what that was what subtitles would represent in that moment.
I don't know if comfortability was the word.
But that's what it is to me in that moment. It's just not the right moment to say we're standing for this, but we're also going to like give you this so that you can feel comfortable and included in that moment.
I'm not the dude that's like, oh, well, this is America and they should speak. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. But also, the Super Bowl is the most watched thing that we have in this
Then what a great platform for him to do what he did on.
I agree. But also,
He just wanted to know what the words.
the
was.
majority of this country speaks English.
No, you can't say that. That's not necessarily true.
Okay, a lot of this country speaks English.
But it's not even our main language. We can't stand on that.
It's not our main
No, we don't have a sign language in the United
Not an
States.
assigned one. But the majority of this people don't, and the majority of people in this country don't speak English. That's not a fact.
But I mean,
I don't know, actually.
But then,
Majority of these people didn't
And
even
al- and
come
al-
from.
and also-
Most people in America are not
just-
necessarily from America.
Fair. Also, just speaking from a business a business aspect. Like if I'm getting up there as one of the biggest musical acts, period, and I'm trying to spread my message to as many people as possible. If all my fans speak Spanish, they speak the language that I'm speaking in this performance, they get it. They have it. Okay, cool. The people that don't speak this language, why not have it where they can understand? If the message is so important, which I agree it is, I'm not diminishing it. Since the message is that important, why not make it where as many people as possible can receive and
Well, can I
digest
flip
this
that
message?
back onto Kendrick and say the same thing? He might have spoke English, but not a lot of people, other people, I mean, I understood it, but a lot of people you said did not understand his messaging. So then why doesn't he put a whole thing up so people can understand exactly what every single meant and what his lyrics mean when he says certain things not in you know.
That's a fair argument.
So I'm trying to say, like, why?
That's fair, but I also don't think it's necessarily the same. There is something, just like it is with Bad Bunny. Just like it is with Bad Bunny. There's something to be said in, I understand the language and I hear what you said, but I don't quite grasp that. So let me go and do the research to find out exactly what you mean by that. If it's in a completely different language, that's just another barrier.
If you understood what he said, even in some of the songs, I feel like unless somebody could look, it's the same thing. Like his music, let's say translated in English, is the same thing of Kendrick Lamar's lyrics, and the same. You have to understand the depth of what is occurring in that moment and what he's singing about. Do you get what I'm saying? Like we look at Kendrick and he sings his lyrics right, and you're like, oh, I understand what he's saying. Like he's using code or however it is, right? He's using his lyrics. The same thing, even if you translate Bad Bunny's lyrics to English, you're going to have to understand the context of what he is speaking of.
I agree.
So
I guess what I'm saying to that is, okay, I guess it's fair to say that
I feel the only reason you're putting subtitles is to make people feel comfortable and included. When the whole thing is about you're not sitting here including and wanting us to be included in all of your world at this point in time. So why are we going to sit here and make sure you are comfortable and included in this performance?
I'll say this.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then
that's 100% fair. That's
and I'll say this
fair.
too. Think about Michael Jackson, The Weeknd. Think about all these, like Taylor Swift. They go to these foreign countries and they sing it in English, and nobody's like, well, sing it in our language. And I think that goes back to the
yeah, that's a good point.
We go to other people's places and we like, bitch, we America, we here. We gonna do what we do. And everybody's like, okay, cool. We love. Sing your song. I don't know what you're saying, but I'm going to dance and we going to eat. And then when it's time, okay, so they've accepted us. And then when they come over here, oh, no, Jack, we don't do that over here. But you just came over here and we was cool. We let Michael Jackson come over here and sing all his songs. Now we coming over here. No, we don't do that. And then I think that's where it's like, hell, you had people saying go back to Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
Puerto Rico ain't America. I'm like,
you're absolutely right.
It's kind of like one of those, right. and then people wonder why people get so pissed off. It's like, it's basically like, we can go to your house. It's basically like, I can go to her house, do whatever the hell I want, eat up all her snacks, and then she come to mine, no, you stay over there. You can't have my refrigerator. It's like, but you just, so I think it's just one of those things where like, we go to other places, and we kind of like,
take over.
We Suge Knighted, basically. We like this our shit.
You're right.
And then they come over here and they're like,
right. You're absolutely right.
And I think the thing that threw me off was people talking about Puerto Rico ain't a part of America. I was
crazy.
like, Lord,
I don't even want to talk to them people.
No,
I don't even want to talk to them.
But I think that just goes back to the whole point of like the whole thing with the Bad Bunny thing. Like, yes, we didn't understand what he was saying. Would have been cool to know, yeah. But at the same time, like you said, he did his thing. He got booked. We'll see what happens next year.
Maybe I think I was looking at it, and I have been looking at it and having this conversation, like being too deep about it, because I was looking at, because of all the things that we spoke about with what's going on in this country with Hispanic people and all of that. I was thinking about all of that and all of his messaging and the things that he was trying to get across, and not just basing it on just like what you said about like this nigga just coming over here performing his music. Like it could be just that simple. I was looking at it as like, what's going on here, he's got a message to get across, he's got something he's trying to say to his people, but also people in this country. So why not make it easier for everybody to just
because his message, plain and simple, is I'm not going to assimilate in the way you want me to assimilate. I'm going to stand and be proud of my culture and who I am, and I'm going to show representation that we are still strong in that. And so by you watering in that, I feel like they do. I feel like if I put a subtitles, again, it goes back into saying I'm making you feel
basically,
Like-
I get what you basically, it's not about basically.
You don't. Why do you?
I feel what you're saying. What
But
I'm
he didn't
saying.
say it.
What,
He didn't say it.
Basically, I think it's basically like, yeah, he could put the subtitles, but the subtitles for the Karens of the
That's
world,
what it. That's.
it's basically giving the Karens of the world what they want to make them feel comfortable.
Yes.
And I think it's because that's more so. I think it's not because he don't want you to know, but it's kind of like, bro, you know, on the minority level, Karens of the world are very like, if I don't feel comfortable, who I'm calling. If I don't feel comfortable, I'm gonna start some shit. And I think his message was like, I don't give a shit what it is.
And I don't. Yeah, and I think black or brown, it's not our job to make. Like, we shouldn't have to make you feel comfortable.
I wasn't looking at it as. I see that. I understand how it's being received that way. I wasn't looking at it as like a comfortability thing.
But that's the way that it. That's
Fair. I guess what I'm saying is like, for me,
Yeah, for you.
when I create art, like bro, like if there's anybody in any country that they wouldn't, because we speak English and it's just like nobody's just gonna be looking for. I would doubt that somebody that speaks another language is going to be looking for an American podcast and to put the captions on so they could see what they're talking about. I'm sure it happens, but I don't think it's happening on a large scale. But what I'm saying is, if we were as big as the Joe Budden podcast or Joe Rogan or one of these huge podcasts that the whole world knows about, when it gets put on in China, I would expect that. Like, it's different because we're on YouTube. But like, okay, like for that example, there's like Netflix does podcast deals now, and so this show, if it were big enough to get picked up and be on Netflix, my hope and expectation
is that they can put subtitles for the people.
is that when it's played in a different country, there will be subtitles there so that people can receive it, fall in love with it, and become a consistent
But
listener.
I think like music.
And I understand the difference. But I guess what I'm saying is, for an artist like Bad Bunny or Beyonce or anybody, when I put my art somewhere, if I put my art in a place where they don't speak the native language, they don't speak the language that I'm speaking, my hope and my desire would be for them to put subtitles so that these people can consume my art, because I want everyone to consume it.
Or what if
It's not about making them comfortable.
Okay.
It's making it so that they can
Or
consume
what
it.
if instead you create this art and they don't necessarily understand it, but because your art is so beautiful, they have a curiosity to go on their own venture to understand it. Whether that's to learn the language or to dive in deeper, now you've opened something that they're going to go on their own journey to understand it because it is that beautiful. Rather than you explaining, your art is speaking to them on a level that doesn't need an explanation. They're just, this is beautiful. I'm going to go on my own journey now because I want to know this more. What if it's that way instead?
I think that's beautiful.
Then
I think that's amazing, but I also think that's an idealistic way of thinking.
I don't think that. I think that's art. That's art. Your art should never have to be explained to anybody. Your art is your art. That's it.
Yeah, but yes, like I think that's true. But I think that's easier to say if you're speaking about like an artist who paints on canvas, to where it's like you're going to interpret this.
It's
however
no
you
different
want.
than music.
It is different because this music has a language.
No, it's not.
It is different.
I don't think it is.
Isabel, if I take a canvas, right, like there's this beautiful tiger painting right here. It started off just a white canvas, and it's a tiger, so we know exactly what that is. So that's a bad example. But if I just took a white canvas and some oil paintings, and I don't make a tiger. I don't make anything that's definitive to where you know exactly what it is. I put art on here, and To me, it could look like a drummer. To you, it could look like somebody cooking. To Red, it could look like somebody trying on a hat. To somebody else, it could look like a nigga walking down the street. We can all interpret it however we want to interpret it. It's open for interpretation. That's different than I'm audibly saying something and it has a language that some people will not be able to understand. There's a difference there. Now, again, I'm not mad at him. So I don't have a beef with his performance or anything. I'm just speaking to the group of people that are saying that, yeah, it looked cool and it was dope, and I'm not one of those people. You don't
have to, it's fine. Okay.
But there are people that was like, it looked cool and that was dope, but I have no clue what he just said, and I shouldn't have an obligation.
Then you don't.
To go and figure out what he said. I turn this on, I live here, I turn my TV on, and he said a bunch of stuff that I don't understand. That person is well within their right to be like, okay, well, this wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm speaking to. If this message is meant to get to the masses, to as many people as possible, there are going to be people that say, I don't understand that, and I don't feel like I have an obligation to go try to translate what he just said.
But like, I go back into what
I'm someone who does want to translate.
Okay.
I'm someone who wants to understand. But there are people that are like, no, I don't know. It looked cool. He's handsome. It looked cool. But I don't have an obligation to try to translate what he just said. And all I'm speaking to is, if the goal is to get this art to the masses, it's not going to reach the masses if the masses can't understand it.
That's not true. I don't agree with that. Do you agree with that?
You don't agree that there's a large group of people that message is not going to reach because they don't understand?
That message was about a Puerto Rican, a Latin performer performing in front of America and standing his ground as a Latin performer. End of message. Whether you understand the lyrics or not, that's the message.
I mean, he did have a lot of visuals on it.
It's literally like, I'm a Latin performer standing my ground, and I am standing up. I'm saying this is it. I'm standing up as a Latin performer, where America at the point in time wants to take us out. That is the message. That's the message. Why do you have to understand the lyrics to understand that message? That's not just plain right there. If you don't understand what's going on, why do you not understand that message? You don't understand the news. You don't understand what's relevant.
The overall message of a Latin performer performing it at the biggest performance in the country, that is a huge message. I would never deny that. Inside of that, though,
all the little other things.
Inside of his performance, there's no messaging.
There's tons.
So that's what I'm saying. And inside of that, if I can't understand the language and I don't have a vested interest to try to figure out what he was saying, then there's a bunch of his messages that I'm not going to receive. And I'm unable to receive. Well, not unable, because I could go translate it if I want to.
You can go do it.
I could go translate it if I want to. But my point is, if the goal is, if what you're saying is so powerful, and I believe it is, if what you're saying is so powerful and so moving and that everybody needs to hear it, why not make it where everybody can receive it? That's it. And if you say it's not for everybody to receive, then okay, then that's cool. Mm-hmm. My argument is that whatever you're saying up there, because of the time and because of who you are, it is that important. So make it where everybody can receive it. That's it. I think what you're saying is amazing, Bad Bunny. So make it where everybody can receive it. And maybe he's feeling exactly how you feel. It's like, listen, check this out. It's not for you. Because that was a part of Kendrick's symbolism and stuff too. It's like, yo, not like us. There's a certain sector of us that we like this, and Drake, he not like us, and whoever rock with him, you not like us neither. So I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the people that are like us. So there is a part of that it's for us. Yeah. It's for this group, and that's cool. So maybe some of the stuff that Bad Bunny was saying,
I agree with that,
isn't for me. And isn't for the people that don't care to go and translate it, isn't for Hispanic people or whoever. Maybe it's not for us. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess my argument is, if it is that important, then maybe
I'm trying to say
digestible for more of us.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I understand that there's parts in that performance that you would not necessarily understand, and maybe other people wouldn't. And that's fine, because Latin or whatever. But the whole message, just the summary of the message alone, without his songs, without the symbolism of everything that was happening on, the stage, was just the fact that there was a Latin singer performing at the biggest stage that you could possibly perform at in America.
Do you think? I don't know if he's Latin. Would it? If Ricky Martin were up there?
Ricky Martin was up there.
I didn't watch it. I didn't see it.
He was there.
Okay, cool. If okay, let me. My bad. I'm not. I'm not trying to.
No, I didn't know he was on there too.
Wait, you didn't watch it? You were right beside me.
That one heifer was in.
Okay.
Oh.
Hear me out. If Ricky Martin was the headliner, if Ricky Martin was the guy that was headlining the performance, and all the messaging about a Latin performer and all that, do you think all the messaging would have still landed if it were Ricky Martin?
Yeah.
And if it were any Latin performer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I mean, Lady Gaga, she ain't Latin. She got up there and she sang in Spanish. That was crazy.
Yeah, she was something. She was not Latin.
Cardi B, I'm surprised Cardi B ain't say nothing. She was just dancing her ass off. That's another story.
Yeah, so, yeah, I do. If it wasn't him,
no matter what Latin performer,
at this point in time, yes. But however, Bad Bunny is known for speaking out against what's happening right now. So that's that is one of the reasons. Like, he's known for speaking out. I mean, he won't even perform here in the U.S. He refuses to perform here. Mm-hmm. So that's a big thing too. Like,
that was a statement in itself that he came back and they booked him.
He won't perform here because of what's happening. So for him, there is a bigger statement in it, and so it does hit harder. But in any Latin artist, I think right now that would have stood in that ground, in that position, it still would have hit.
I think with this time, especially in this time right now.
Do you think if there's any Latin people that feel a way about him performing in the country, do you think their feelings are valid?
What do they feel? Like they're not for it?
If they're like, bro, you stood on this thing, like, you don't perform here.
I think their feelings,
because of what's going on, and now you decide to perform.
I have not met somebody that has not supported him not performing here for what's going on.
But just because you haven't met them doesn't mean they don't exist, right?
No. But I mean,
I'd be curious.
You can't do that. Just because you haven't met him doesn't mean they don't.
He has performed here. He performed at Petco about a year or two ago.
I think that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But at this point, if there's someone that has been rocking with him, a Latin person or not even a Latin person, if there's somebody that's been rocking with him, like, yo, based on what's going on in this country, you don't perform here, and then he took the check and performed here at the Super Bowl. If there's someone that feels a negative way about him,
I'd be like, you need to go sit over there in the corner and figure yourself out.
You can't do that then.
I would.
Because he had a stance that he stood on, and people supported him in that stance, and then he goes against that.
He didn't go against it. He chose his...
He did.
He literally is standing... Oh my God, I cannot.
That don't perform in this country, and then perform. That's like Colin Kaepernick. I don't mess with the NFL. I don't rock with the NFL. Like, I want the NFL to give me a job. That's why I was like, bro.
He literally purposely did what he did. That's the whole purpose of him choosing this stage. He's basically saying, F all of you. F this, F that.
Did he get paid to do it though?
Yeah, of course he got paid to do it.
So then there would be someone that would see Bad Bunny and say, you know what, you haven't performed in this country.
Do you know why he didn't choose to perform here in this country?
I'm assuming because of what's been going on here.
Why though? Why would happen if he performed here? Okay, so let's say he threw a concert here, and all these Hispanics people.
But he went to the Super Bowl.
Wait, let me finish. Let's say he performs a regular concert here, and tons of Hispanic people go. So now this little group over here knows all these Hispanic people are going to be at this location. What do you think is going to happen? What do you?
Be outside.
That's what he's not coming here.
Can the same argument not be made for the Super Bowl?
No, everybody's looking at the Super Bowl.
Why not?
You literally have everybody. No, and actually, ICE did try to come to the Super Bowl. They were being blocked.
You can't say that. I'm quite sure that there's people that have supported and have loved Bad Bunny for not performing here, and they decide to perform at the Super Bowl. They feel a way about it. I promise you, there's people.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure people have. I'm sure people are. I mean, can't please everybody. Can't make everybody happy. But I'm one of those people that would be like, you just need to go over there and sit down.
Like your mama.
What?
You just go sit down.
I could just go sit over there. Go sit
What
down.
do you hear something funny about her mama? Her mama don't watch football, but she was rooting for the Patriots. You know why? Because the quarterback was Christian.
I ain't mad at that.
No, but the funny part was she like, I need the Patriots to win. I said, you a Patriots fan? She said, no. I said, well, why the Patriots? Because the quarterback Christian. I said, you. And then she was like, well, what if the Seahawks quarterback Christian? She said, we don't know that.
Shout out to moms. I like that.
I was like,
That's valid, but I said, well, what if the Seahawks quarterback Christian? You got to, but no, well, we have good topics.
I was about to say, I've done enough arguing. I got through all my topics now. I think I'm ready to go. I still love you, Isabel. I still love you.
You know, I like this here. You know, we have fun here. Ain't got it yet podcast.
All day.
I ain't seen you just turned up since. What's your home?
Dion DJ, right?
Yeah, cause I was taking pictures for that one. I was like, damn, he ain't been this great. That was. What? Oh yeah, what about your homeboy? I thought he was coming back. I see you back outside.
You know what's funny about that? I was with him Saturday night.
I figured I knew he was out. Yeah.
I was with him Saturday night, but I told him I ain't gotta tell him what we gotta talk about, but me and him gotta have a couple conversations before he can come back on the show. It's my dog. I love him. But we gotta figure some things out. And on that note, Ain't Got It Yet podcast, episode 115. I'm Michael Flix, aka Flixie Hustle. Appreciate y'all, man.
I'm your auntie's favorite nephew, your photographer's favorite photographer, Red.
and I'm Isabel.
Appreciate y'all.
I don't have. I need like a sideline. I need like a I need like some. I'm Isabel.
Appreciate y'all, man. Until next time. Take care.
Sure.